Hey guys, welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this rosy toned makeup look. I think it's perfect for prom. I know it's prom season now, so I think it'd be a perfect look for that if you guys are gonna wear something rosy or something like ivory or neutral. And this would be a great look to wear. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you wanna see how I got this look, just keep watching. To prime the skin, I'm going in with the IT Cosmetics No. 50 Serum Collagen Veil Anti-Aging Primer. And then moving on to the brows, I'm going in with the Pixie by Petra Mini Brow Trio Shades of Brow. And I'm also going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel in Caramel to set them. I'm then just going to clean them up with some concealer. You can pretty much use any concealer. I'm using the Maybelline one, but any concealer will pretty much do the same job. To prime my eyes for shadow, I'm going in with the PUR Cosmetics Cease Crease Eyeshadow Primer, and I'm just going to be tapping that out all over my eyelids and towards the inner corner. For foundation, I'm going in with the Milani Conceal+Perfect foundation. One is in the shade 07, the other is in the shade 05. I like to mix them together to make my perfect shade. And I'm using my Sigma 3D HD Kabuki brush to buff that all over the face. I really like this brush for buffing out foundation because it has that angle to it, so it really helps to get in those small areas and those creases and crevices. Next for concealer, I'm going in with the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer in the shade Light. This one's really brightening for me, so I'm not only going to use it to conceal under my eyes, but I'm also going to use it to cream highlight my face. And I'm just going to be applying it in the usual places I like to cream highlight in. And apparently we're going to have a dance party. Hey girl. I'm then going in with this Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick in the shade Toffee Caramel, and I'm just going to be applying that to my usual contour areas. I really love this because it's a foundation stick, so it blends out so nicely and looks so natural on the skin. This color works really great for my complexion too because it's more of a cool toned color, so it gives me a natural looking contoured effect. Next, I'm just going to take a damp beauty blender. You want to make sure your beauty blender is damp when blending out cream products, just so it doesn't absorb any of that cream product, or at least not too much of it. And I'm just going to go ahead and start to blend out that cream highlight area. And then I'm taking my e.l.f. small stippling brush to stipple out that cream contour area. I really like using a stippling brush with that foundation as opposed to a beauty blender. I just feel like it blends out a lot better with a stippling brush. So that's what we're doing here, just stippling away, blending it all out, making sure things are looking nice. Here I'm just using a Real Techniques shading brush to blend out my nose contour because it's nice and small and it blends it out pretty precisely. Next, to set everything, I'm using the Mercier translucent powder, and I'm applying that with a damp beauty blender. I really like to use a damp beauty blender because I just feel like it meshes with my skin a lot better than using a brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that to all the areas that I tend to crease in and that I tend to get a little bit oily in. I'm also going to be using it to define under that cheek contour a little bit more, just so it's nice and sharp. And yes, we are going to shake and bake, and then we will go ahead and dust that off with a fluffy brush. This one's the IT Cosmetics No. 8 Heavenly Luxe Wand Ball Powder Brush. Next to bronze, I'm going in with the PUR Cosmetics Matte Shimmer Bronzer in the shade Glow Together. I think I mentioned it in a few videos that some of the proceeds of this bronzer goes towards the Action Against Hunger organization. So not only is this a really good bronzer and it blends out really well, but it's also in support of a good cause, and we're about that life. So I'm just going to go ahead and start to bronze my complexion, warm it up a bit, and kind of go in like a 3-like shape on the sides of my face. Next, to strengthen our contour a little bit more, just so it's a little bit more visible in photos, I'm going to go in with the Loreal True Match powder in the shade Cocoa and apply that underneath my cheekbones and a little bit around the perimeter of my forehead. For blush, I'm going in with this one by Nars. It's in the shade Sex Fantasy. It's a really pretty, just pale pink blush, and I think it's going to go really great with this look. So I'm just going to be applying this to the apples of my cheeks and blending it outward and upwards towards the temples. Next, to add a little bit more shimmer to this look, because when we're at prom, we want our highlight to be on fleek, I'm going to be taking this PUR Cosmetics Strobe Highlight Palette in the shade Sun-Kissed Glow. And I'm going to be taking the more bronzy color and just apply that right over top my bronzer. And then I'm going in with the more peachy and champagne tones, and I'm going to be using that as my highlighter for this look. So I'm just going to be applying that to the high points of my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin. And to add a little bit more highlight, because we want to be found in the dark, we're going to be taking this L'Oreal True Match Lumi highlighter in the shade Golden and applying it just to the high points of our cheeks and our nose and Cupid's bow. Okay, so moving on to the eyes, I'm going in with the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. A similar dupe for this palette would be the Maybelline Blushed Nudes palette. So back to the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, I'm going in with Strange, and I'm just going to be applying that all over the entire eye area to set my base using my Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. Next, I'm going in with Limit on that same Sigma E40 tapered blending brush, and I'm going to be applying this directly in the crease through to the upper crease and really buffing it out and blending it out. I'm going to continue to build onto this color until I feel like it's as intense as I want it to be, because I really want this shadow to show in pictures. So I'm just going to continue to blend it out back and forth through the crease and upper crease until it's nicely buffed out and blended out. And then we're going back in with Strange on our Sonia Kashuk number 103 brush, and I'm just going to be applying this to the brow bone to highlight. I'm also going to be taking this shade into my inner corners to highlight as well, just so it's nice and bright in those areas. Taking our MAC 217 brush and dipping it into Nooner, I'm going to be applying this directly in the crease. This is kind of going to be our defining color, and I'm just going to go ahead and start blending that out so it's nice and blended and diffused into that Limit color that we put down prior. Next, we're taking Factory on our Sigma All Over Blend E37 brush, and I'm going to be applying this pretty tightly into the outer third of that crease, and then I'm just going to kind of diffuse it towards the inner corner, but I'm not going to take it too far in. I want to keep it concentrated on that outer third of the crease so it's really defined more so in that area, and then kind of diffused towards that inner corner. I'm also going to be taking that color on the outer third of the lower lash line just to define that a little bit more. Going into Liar on my Sigma E30 pencil brush, I'm going to be taking that along the lower lash line. I want a light definition down there, not something too intense all across. So I'm just going to go ahead and start to buff this along that lower lash line just for a nice wash of definition. Moving on to the lids, I'm taking Trick, and I'm going to be taking that on my Sigma Medium Sweeper E54 brush, and I'm just going to be applying that all over the lids. I'm going to be spritzing my brush with some Mario Badescu facial spray. You can also use some Visine or some MAC Fix Plus just to dampen your brush a little bit, just to make sure that color is super intense and vibrant and really stands out. So I'm just going to be applying this all over the lids while blending out the edges as well, just so it kind of flows nicely into that crease color. I'm also going to be taking that color to the center of my lower lid just for fun and just for a pop of shimmer down there. For winged liner, I'm going in with my Sigma Standout Eyes Gel Liner in the shade Wicked and my Sigma E06 liner brush, which you know is my favorite. It's the best eyeliner brush ever. And I'm just going to kind of create a medium-sized wing, nothing too intense or crazy, just a medium-sized one for this look. Now I'm going to go and coat my lashes with some mascara. I'm using the PUR Cosmetics Fully Charged Mascara, and I'm just going to coat my upper and lower lashes. For the waterline, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Waterproof Covet Mascara in the shade Noir, which is just basically a black eyeliner. You can use any black eyeliner, and I'm just going to take it pretty much all the way through, but leave a little bit excess on the sides. I just feel like that works best with my eye shape. Then for lashes, I'm going in with my Cocoa Lashes in Goddess and just popping them right on. For the lips, I'm going in with the Rimmel London Exaggerate Lip Pencil in the shade Enchantment. It's a really pretty rosy pink color. And then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Nude Flush, which has definitely been a fave of mine. I just love the color, love the formula, love the texture. It's the bomb. And lastly, to melt everything together, I'm using the last bits of my Mario Badescu facial spray, and there you have it. This is the final look. So that's gonna be it for this tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this rosy toned prom makeup look. I really think it'll go great if you're doing like a neutral dress or even like a rosy dress. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I would love for you to join my YouTube family. Also, feel free to follow me on my social medias. I would really love to connect with you guys outside of the tube. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I will leave that linked down below for you, but it's just Model Krystal A. I hope you guys have an amazing prom night. Remember to be safe. And yeah, I think that's it. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Okay.